In 1968, the feminist artist Valley Export strode into a cinema in Munich wearing crotchless trousers and brandishing a machine gun. She turned to the audience and challenged them to look at a real woman for a change. This was a piece of performance art. The origins of performance art can be dated back to the First World War, and this man, Hugo Ball, who stood on stage at the Cabaret Voltaire in Zurich in 1916 and read out the Dada Manifesto. Here he is, looking great. Dada believed that any society capable of starting and then prolonging something as horrendous as the First World War should not exist. They wanted a new society and a new form of art for that society. This new art involved performing songs, poems and actions and making collages. They prized nonsense, irrationality and intuition over reason and logic. Other art movements also used performance, like the Futurists, the Russian Constructivists and the Surrealists. Here is Yves Klein leaping into the void. Klein was interested in the space around us. He felt the void was a place free of worldly influence, where an artist could listen to his own voice. This is the choreographer Merce Cunningham. He believed in the limitless possibilities for human movement. And this is the composer John Cage. He believed in the limitless possibilities for music. They were at the forefront of the American avant-garde and crucial to the development of performance art in America. This is one of John Cage's students. His name is Alan Capro. In 1959, Capro coined the word happening to describe a live performance by an artist. Here he is, happening. Many artists thought happening's a good idea. George Maciunas did. He was a charming tyrant. He wanted to create a world that was free of art and replace it with something called Fluxus. Fluxus was so uncomplicated it could be realised anywhere, anyhow, and by anyone. Here is Yoko Ono performing a Fluxus work called Cut Piece. She is having her clothes cut off by members of the audience. Here is Sonic Youth recreating George Maciunas' Fluxus work, Piano Piece 13, for Name June Paik. Lots of artists like Fluxus. Joseph Beuys liked Fluxus because he believed everyone was an artist. In 1973, Joseph Beuys said, "Every human being is an artist." Beuys also argued that every sphere of human activity, even peeling a potato, could be a work of art as long as it was a conscious act. In the late 60s and early 70s, artists began to push their bodies to the limit of endurance in order to better understand the human condition. Some survived, others didn't. Stuart Brisley's beef with the British establishment led him to sit in a bath full of black liquid and floating debris for 2 weeks. Chris Burden lay under a tarpaulin on the highway as the nighttime traffic roared by. And Marina Abramovich invited an audience to choose implements of pleasure or pain with which to touch her body. The performance was halted when someone put a gun to her head. Most artists stopped trying to kill themselves in the 1980s. It remains a subversive force, though, where performance art is made about how collective action can challenge oppressive regimes. At the heart of performance art is a strong social critique. It asks important questions about how we perceive the world around us and our place within it.